Hi and welcome to another free.volous webisode. So I'm starting a sort of a mini series and I'm featuring the Pantone color of the year, which is ultraviolet. So anything purple goes this year, and because purple, despite being very flattering on I think every skin tone and eye color and all that jazz, people seem to be a bit uncomfortable with that color, and from the consumers and random makeup lover point of view, I wanted to do a series of tutorials using the shades, the many shades of purple that I can get a hold of. So I hope you enjoy this little mini series. Just the disclaimer as usual, you don't have to run out and buy everything that I use. These are just suggestions and you can just check it out and see if you like the finished look. But first and foremost, check your stash. Sometimes you have a lost product that you can use for the same purpose. Second thing, if you want to buy colors that you don't usually wear and you're not really sure, maybe going for a more affordable option like NYX, ColourPop, Inglot, Makeup Geek. Within that price range, they have really nice purples. I'll maybe do a blog post about my purples and the purples that I have in my collection so that you can have sort of a reference. But those brands have really nice products and even purples. And purple is a very hard color to make, especially as eyeshadows. They usually turn out a bit too dry and patchy. So yes, it will be a bit harder to work with, but just letting you know that there are options out there that will absolutely do the job. And this is a disclaimer because I used the Viseart Theory Amethyst palette, which I offered to myself as a Christmas gift because nobody offers me makeup or skincare. Why is that during Christmas? And yeah, I just really wanted to try this out, really enjoyed the palette. It is a bit more hard to work with than I was expecting from such a pricey range, but I know that these are particularly difficult eyeshadows to make. But as I said, I have other options from other brands and you can make do, truly, madly, deeply. So, without rambling a lot more, let's jump into the tutorial. I hope you enjoy this matte, dark purple smoky eye. More to come according to my availability because I'll have a few crazy months ahead. But, all in all, I hope you enjoy this tutorial. If you have, please leave me a like down below, a comment letting me know what you want me to do next and if you're enjoying this series. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a very small YouTuber that nobody knows, so you can subscribe and I'll always be true to you. And yeah, thank you for spending your time on me. Catchphrase. And I'll see you on my next video. Let's jump into the tutorial. Bye! So welcome to a voiceover. I'm going to use basically the mattes on the Viseart palette, and I'm starting with the mid-tone shade. And I'm going to pack it onto my crease outer corner, basically creating an all-over dusting of this shade, and I will build it up with a blending brush. So here we go. So now I'm jumping into the darker color, and this is clearly more difficult to work with than the mid-tone shade. This one turns out a bit more patchy, so I'm packing on the color onto my lid with patting motions with a flatter brush. It's still fluffy, but it's flatter, so it picks up more pigment. And I'm placing it just onto the lid, and I'm gonna go back and forth between packing on this color and then blending out sort of the edges with the blending brush that I used for the other color. And I'm keeping my eyes open so that I can see where my crease is, where the color can be seen, if there is any creasing happening, because my lids aren't as firm as they used to be, unfortunately, so I have to keep on sort of covering the little wrinkles. But all in all, packing on color, then blending softly the edges and going back and forth between both steps, and keeping your eyes open so that if you have a heavy fold like I do, you know what can be seen when your eyes are open. But don't get too stressed about it, because you're a human being and you will move your eyes and you will look downwards and sideways, so your work of art will always be seen either way. Cleaning up under the eyes with concealer. This is Colourpop, blending with my fingers, and going back to that mid-tone shade, I'm going to apply it underneath my lash line, my lower lash line, and I'm going to go more precisely closer to the lash line with a darker shade afterwards. Being the usual idiot, I'm going to tightline with Marc Jacobs highliner in Blacker, and I'm going to just slightly blend out the edges around the eyes. And then I'm going in with the medium shade, which is the shimmery one from the palette, just to give a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. Lashings and lashings of mascara. This is Too Faced Better Than Sex. What else? And on the lower lash line, because I wanted to be waterproof, I used Clinique Lash Power Mascara. Going back to the mug, I'm using Rain by Colourpop. This is my favorite cool tone blusher, so difficult to get a hold of. I apply it with my fingers and then I do a quick blend with my foundation brush. Now I'm brushing my brows with a bit of tinted brow gel. This is by Essence. I'm powdering my foundation, which is something I always do basically last. And I'm using RCMA No Color Powder on the areas that tend to just erupt in oil. Now this is something. This is Stila's Heaven's Hue highlighter in Kitten, and just look at it. Yeah, and it does not emphasize the texture on my face. Really, really loving it. Lining my lips with a Slow Burn lip pencil by Marc Jacobs. Then I'm going to apply some lipstick, and it is the Sephora Lip Stories new lipstick in Tan Lines. Really like that creamy formula. It's a very nice nude. And finally, I'm going to apply Biz Lip Gloss by Model Co. And this is the finished look. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please comment, subscribe, leave me a like, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!
Oh, this is it for this incarnation, but you'll be resurrected in the